Well, you might not be able to hear it, but outside these glass walls, I can hear the birds are singing. That means the days are getting longer. That means spring is right around the corner. Believe it or not, in exactly 1 month from today, we're going to be putting seeds in the garden. We're going to put our peas in the garden. And so today we're inside, 30 degrees outside, 40 and rising inside. We're talking all about houseplants. I have a jungle of houseplants in the other room, and I love them because it's something to work on when you're a gardener. They produce oxygen, which is a good thing, and they actually clean the air. There are 2 ways that you can kill the plants, and I'm doing both of them. One is neglect. These are calla lilies, and I'm just trying to keep them alive. I've never grown them before. I want to keep them alive until the spring so I can get them out here and bring them back to life. This is neglect. This is not watering enough, so I know what I can do there. On this little anthurium, too much water. That is the number one thing that happens to houseplants. They're mostly killed by kindness. And so on this little guy, we're just going to, what I should have done right when I got it was take off that so it drains. We're going to put it in a nicer pot. Take off these brown leaves. Oh, look at that. Oh, that's just awful. You can just see that's just all soaking wet and rotting, and I'm hoping I can bring it back, but this is a tough plant. I'm going to put it into this little guy here. This is a better looking pot, that's for sure. Here, you sit there for a minute. And nothing to it. And I hope these roots will catch on. Push it down there. I'm not going to give it a little water because I already moistened the soil. We'll take off some of the dead leaves. Well, we'll take off all the dead leaves and cross our fingers and hope for the best. But anything that's labeled a houseplant, tough as nails. Looks better already. Looks a lot better. I think we're going to be good. I think we're going to bring it back to life. And I have this Sansevieria. It has also been overwatered. This is Sansevieria cylindrica. But it has a couple pups that have come up, and I want to transplant those out of here when I move the whole thing out. Gently pull it up, and you can see one of the pups right here. And you're going to go in there. It's always fun to make more plants. And there's another pup right here. And we'll put that guy in there. Need to dry out. And even though I know better, you know, I'm just kind of going in there in panic mode sometimes, just watering and not really taking a close look. When you hold that pot, you can feel how heavy it is. I need to do a better job. But as I said, houseplants are tough as nails. And I love this pot. This is an orchid pot. But this will keep these things well drained. Oh, there's another pup. Come on, you. Okay, put you in there. You're not going to be a braided plant anymore. We're going to stick you down in here. And it kind of has a cool look to it. You might know Sansevieria, and they've changed the classification of Sansevieria. I can't remember to what. But you might know it as the mother-in-law's tongue, the snake plant. That is the most common version of this. But I love this one just because of its cool cylindrical stems. And that looks good. All right, let's keep working. This peace lily has been part of the indoor garden for probably a couple of years now. And you can see some of this foliage starts to dry up a little bit. I've never seen it bloom again because it doesn't have enough light. If I took it back outside or brought it out here, I'm sure I could get some blooms out of it. But it has some really nice new growth, so we know that it's pretty happy. So broadleaf plants like this, these leaves, they get dusty from being inside. And this is a job I do once a year. Should probably do it twice a year, where I'm going to clean off these leaves so they can do what they need to do, clean the air. You can see there's just a little bit of dust on there. I'm just going to take some water and wipe off the leaves, take this dead growth off, and we'll have a nice looking plant. And one that's going to do what we need it to do. This thing's going to look nice when I'm done with it. And we're just using water. I used to take these houseplants, throw them all in the shower, and rinse them out. That would also rinse out the roots, but I found I just got them too wet. They would get soaked, and then it would take a month for them to dry out, and you can just see the difference in just getting a little bit of this dust off. These are nice and glossy. And again, they'll be able to clean the air, photosynthesis, everything they need to do, they'll be able to do. All right, we have a nice, clean plant. And now that the days are longer, we can start fertilizing in the next 2 weeks. I love this stuff. It's called Grow. It's a concentrate. I just mix this with water. It's organic from Espoma, a company that's been around since the 30s. And I'll start feeding these, and they will be happy as the days get longer. And then at some point, I like to take them all and bring them in here where it's nice and warm after we get our tomatoes and everything out, and they just love it in here. All right, let's finish up. Well, check this out. This is technically a house plant, but this is a wild fern that sprouted up in this hanging basket. It has been in the greenhouse all winter. It's happy. The other thing you need to do to make your house plants happy is talk to them and talk to them nicely. That's one of the reasons this guy's so happy, right? Oh, that's right. Hey, tune in next Monday at 12 noon for our Facebook Live free masterclass on pruning. My friend Dick Till from Davy Tree is going to be out in our forest. He's going to show us all the right ways to prune our trees, shrubs, and other plants. Now, you can interact live on Facebook with us. It's at the Everybody Gardens Facebook page. And then afterwards, it will be up on Everybody Gardens. And so you can take a look at it, watch the video, and it'll always be there. And speaking of Everybody Gardens, you should go there too. There's lots of great gardening stuff there. And you can join my Seed of the Month Club. Until next week, I have got a table filled with houseplants that need cleaned, repotted, and some need watered. We'll see you then.